I know it's the holidays right now, and a lot of people around this time of the year like to watch scary movies, horror in general, things like that. I wanted to ask you, what are some of your worst horror movies of all time?
Some of my least favorite horror movies of all time. To be honest with you, there's a couple of them that I don't really like. I think the Purge movies aren't really good.
Really?
I think they're good movies, but they're not good horror movies.
Okay, in the genre.
They're not scary to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think those, The Strangers, I never liked that movie.
Yeah, me neither.
I never thought that movie was good, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
A movie, I know this is a huge hot take. I don't see the hype in this franchise, this character. The Terrifier franchise.
Bro,
I never seen the hype in it at all.
Dude.
I don't like it.
Look,
I don't like that gore. Like, I like gory shit, but I don't like when it's like, you're just gory to be gory.
Just to be gory.
You know what
I'm already knowing. I get what you mean. I mean, I feel the exact same way. That was going to be on my list too.
Yeah,
I'll get into my other ones.
Terrifier, I do not fuck with that.
Yeah, I never really understood the hype. I mean, the character looks kind of cool, I guess, but...
Yeah, no, Art the Clown is a dope character, for sure.
But I personally just think it's kind of stupid, me personally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People probably going to hate me for saying this, but I definitely agree. I never seen the appeal on that. I don't really like the whole thing of, like, just gory, just to be gory. Like, oh, let's see how crazy we can get with, like, blood and guts. I kind of was getting that opinion as well with The Boys. That's kind of how I felt about them too. I feel like they had too much of that shit and it was just getting a little weird. But I'll probably say that. Another one I never really got into, and this is gonna be an interesting one, is the Hellraiser franchise. I never. Really got
me
into
either.
that.
Me either. Hellraiser. I never really watched it as a kid that much. I remember watching like a little bit of it, but it was so boring to me as a kid.
I swear to God, bro.
I never found the appeal in the.
Yeah, I never understood the lore. I didn't understand. All I knew was bro's name was Pinhead, and I learned that like a couple years ago. Actually, I thought he was Hellraiser. One that took me some time to get to like, but I feel like it's very half and half for me, is the Saw franchise.
I actually love the Saw franchise.
Half of it I like, the other half I'm like, this is getting really
for
weird.
Sure,
like the one they did with like Chris Rock and all this other stuff was a little bit weird. Bro,
for sure, like the first like 3 movies I
was gonna say
are solid.
Yeah.
And then after that, they're hit and miss. Franchise.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I got another one too. I just wanted to say this because I don't want to bounce around too much, but also Paranormal Activity.
You never liked those?
I think I enjoyed the first one.
Yes.
When I was younger, because I think I was about like 12 when the first one came out.
Yep.
But then when I got a little bit older and they started dropping a little bit more, I feel like they started to lose the mystique that they had about the entity. Yeah. And they were kind of diving a little too deep into it where I was like, oh, you remember what happened from the first movie? This connects. And it's this and that. I feel like the Paranormal Activity shit should have just been a one and done.
I think they were better off when they were like very low budget. And it felt
yes,
like
bro. Yes. It felt
some guys
it
just
could
security
be real.
footage.
Yeah.
And then it got too high budget.
I was gonna say it got too like Hollywood movie on us, where it was like, okay, this doesn't feel like found footage anymore.
Yeah, and another franchise I think kind of felt the same way with that, where they got a little bit like they're really successful with the first ones. Yeah, and then after that, it kind of threw too much. Is the Conjuring franchise? I think they got
bro.
They got the Annabelle movies.
Bro, yeah.
They got like a whole bunch of Conjuring movies and stuff like that. And I think low key it would have been better if they just did the Conjuring movie. Maybe like the first 2, and then maybe like an Annabelle movie, maybe one of the Nun movies. Mm-hmm. But it's like they didn't need to make a 2 Nun movies. Like they made like 2 or 3 Annabelle movies. They made a movie about La Llorona and all that stuff. And I'm kind of like,
Wait, they did that?
Yeah, they made a movie about La Llorona.
The Conjuring people?
Yes, and I'm pretty sure it's connected to that whole like franchise.
Holy crap! Have you watched it?
Never watched it a day in my life.
Oh, okay. I was about to say I did not know that.
In it, though.
Really?
I watched like a little bit
I might actually
of it.
have to check that out.
I think I seen my parents watching it one day, and I remember asking my mom like, "Is this movie good?" And she was like, "No." Like my mom says it's not good.
Yeah, it's more than likely probably.
I don't think it's good.
Because my mom will watch anything. I swear to God. No, you're right.
My mom will watch fucking AI slop and think it's a fucking great movie. You know what I'm saying? So if she thinks the La Llorona movie isn't good, I'm like, all right, you know what?
She might be right.
Yeah, she might be right for this.
Okay, I feel it.
Yeah, but besides movies that you hate, because I'm gonna lie, horror is probably like one of my favorite like movie genres of all time. So there's not really much in the genre that I don't like. Yeah. What do you think are some of your favorite movies or franchises from horror?
That's a good ass question. I'll probably say, bro, for me personally, Friday the 13th is up there. It's definitely one of those goated franchises.
See, that's the thing where it's like some of those movies aren't good.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But
But it's so nostalgic now that it hits. It's kind of like watching the original Scooby Doo's. You know what I mean? Where the story wasn't really good. It was kind of like random. This old man's in a suit, whatever. There wasn't a lot of like real monsters and stuff. Even though there was, to a degree. But I feel like Jason, regardless of some of its early movies being ass or the original about his mom, but I think you kind of need the whole progression of the story to really enjoy it. Friday the 13th, I'll say the same way I feel about Saw. Half of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, those ones are really good. Also, the first original Chucky's before Chucky went to like the military and all that shit.
Yeah, so Child's Play.
Child's Play. The Child's Play
those
series
movies
was really good. I'm not gonna lie.
Iconic franchise.
I actually really enjoyed the Child's Play. And then another one that is actually one of my favorites. Shout out to my dad, bro, that put me on this. Jeepers Creepers, bro. My dad was obsessed with Jeepers Creepers. That I grew up and I just started to fall in love with the whole story and the lore. And no, that's what I'm saying. The first two, not the whole franchise. Fuck no, because they went a little too far with number 3. But yeah, number 1 and 2 are both golden movies. Like I wouldn't change anything about either one of the movies. So yeah,
the first one is such a good movie though.
Oh, I'm not even kidding. But I think number 2 was a good addition as well because they explored the lore a little bit more. You know what I mean, and dove a little deeper into his character of Jeepers Creepers and what else could he do. And how his power works. You know what I mean. So I'll definitely say Jeepers Creepers is one of those. But what do you think? I won't go too far.
Honestly, I'm surprised you didn't say Evil Dead.
Oh man, bro! I should have said Evil Dead. You can go ahead and take it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I should have said Evil Dead, bro. I didn't even think about that. I didn't want to go too long.
I'm already knowing that's you, bro. Evil Dead for surely. I think for me, some of my favorite Halloween franchises, I'll say Halloween. Yeah. Most of them are really good.
Oh, yeah.
Even like when they rebooted it with Rob Zombie and then they did the newer ones with
I forgot about
Halloween. New Halloween ones. I think Halloween is a solid franchise. Me personally, I'll say the whole Night of the Living Dead franchise. So like Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead. George Romero zombie movies. Those are perfect movies for me.
You know what's crazy too? I actually heard that we wouldn't have even had zombie movies without Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I heard about that.
Is that not crazy?
Yeah, that is insane.
They said that he was like a teacher, or he hired the guy who directed the original Night of the Living.
George Romero. He was like his camera guy or something.
Yes, and then he got him his first job that led to him eventually becoming the guy who directed Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, no, that's insane. Shout out, Mr. Rogers.
Like it's so random, right?
It's so random.
Yeah,
and. Even though this is definitely a more newer franchise.
Yeah.
And there's only 2 of them. I'll say Smile. Smile is probably one of my favorite horror films.
Yeah, a lot of people actually like Smile.
In a very long time. Like, not a lot of horror films actually get me scared for those. I'll say Smile actually, like,
had you scared a couple times.
A little bit scared. And another horror movie that I love so much, and I think scientifically it is damn near the most scariest movie of all time. Sinister. The first one.
Oh,
the first Sinister movie.
Yeah.
That movie
that's
is
actually
scary as shit.
Insane, bro.
That movie is hella scary.
Yeah, Sinister was actually really good. That was one of those breakout horror films that was like, who is this new character? And, things like that.
And I think that's a problem nowadays where a lot of people feel like more newer modern horror movies don't hit the same like the old ones, like the OG slasher movies or even like movies like Exorcism and all this stuff.
Oh, but I forgot to say The Exorcist. Yeah. That's always going to be on my list too.
Those are go-to movies. But I think there are some cool contenders of modern horror films that can, live up to these OG ones like Smile or Conjuring, Insidious. Like there are these like newer films that I think can hold their own up against and I think this may be a crazy outtake. I think some of these more newer horror movies are actually kind of better than the older horror movies.
If you're saying as a whole, definitely like.
Because if you go back and watch, a lot of these older horror movies like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street, they're very cheesy and they don't really live up as much to today's time.
Yeah. I mean, even some of the deaths are ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, they're insane. They're insane.
Jason will grab a guy from the middle of his head and split him down the middle. Like it's crazy.
Squeeze his eyes out of his head or something like that. You know what I mean? And I think those movies, you just watch them kind of like fondly and think about nostalgia and all that stuff. Whereas like
I remember watching The Scared and things
where
like
I think nowadays you watch like the early Insidious, the early Conjuring movies, Smile. You watch these movies and you're like, God damn, like these movies are actually like scary for us. Midsummer.
Yep. No, that was crazy.
Movies like that. Get Out, Us. Yep. Movies like that actually hits. And I think even which is like a reboot. And I think this is probably like a good example of newer horror films is the It franchise. The
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah.
No, you know what's so crazy? I actually wanted to talk about that before we end this. From what I've heard, I haven't checked it out
Welcome
yet.
to Derry?
But I heard a lot of people are saying Welcome to Derry is actually scary as shit, and it's a show.
Yeah, it's decent. I watched it last night. I watched it really late
You
at
finished
night.
it?
It's only one episode out right now.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
I'm gonna lie to you. It was a little bit boring for me.
Yeah.
But then when it started doing the horror shit,
It
goes
gets into
crazy.
it. Yeah, I heard
crazy.
that they said this version of it does not hold back at all.
Yeah, because it's like early.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like, you know for a fact that like none of these kids are gonna survive from this.
Yeah.
So it's like I can imagine him going crazy on these kids. And
Yeah,
just,
no,
like, murdering
this
them all.
is gonna be an interesting one because, like
For
you just
sure.
said, I mean, none of the kids survived because if they did, we wouldn't
we would've got it
be,
from
you
the
know,
newer ones,
yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So, because it's like how, yeah, that makes sense because it's like why else would he stop?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, no, that's interesting. I mean, I personally think even how you just brought that up, I think maybe this show could end up being one of the better things from horror, and then in the last couple
newer
of years.
modern age. Yeah.
You know, I think that this could actually work out pretty good because I mean, from what I've seen with the trailers, the CGI looks crazy. The story seems a little bit interesting. This is about its first appearance in Derry, so this looks really interesting and promising. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, but how do you feel about like new modern horror films? I think they're never gonna be as big as Friday the 13th.
Oh
Nightmare on
yeah,
Elm Street,
nah.
Freddy Krueger, Halloween, all these
Like,
guys, like
even if these movies are making more money nowadays
They'll
than
never
those
be as
movies,
big as those
they're
guys.
never gonna be as big of an IP as
Yeah.
some of these other characters. Like Chucky was a phenomenon.
swear to
You know
God,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like we still have girls and guys today
Dressed
that
up
dress
like
up
Freddy
as
Krueger or
as
Chucky and stuff
or
like that, yeah.
Some of these characters that are all the way from the 80s. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
because
Or
we
whatever
had movies
time.
like the Perline or the X franchise. With
Oh,
Max
yeah,
and
yeah,
Perline and, you know, X and all those. And those movies are
Yeah.
pretty good, but it's like they're never gonna be, or even like Black Phone.
Yep,
like
yep,
they're
yep,
never gonna be as iconic as those original horror films. I think the
Yeah.
last super iconic horror film character that we've gotten, besides it, I'll say, and I'm kind of mad we didn't mention this in our favorite franchises.
Yeah.
Ghostface in the Scream movies.
Oh yeah,
like I think that is
true.
the last
Yeah, that's actually true.
iconic horror character. That's
Yeah.
like super iconic. Where like our moms know who that is.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They
God,
see
yep,
the Scream
yep,
mouse, they know who Scream is. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But like, I'll say the next one closest to that is probably
Terrifier.
I'll say it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about like in like recent
Yeah,
years. But
I'll say
I
it
get
is
what
more
you're saying.
iconic than Terrifier.
Yeah,
You know
I'll
what I'm
say,
saying?
oh,
And Art the
100%.
Clown. Yeah,
100%.
I think
yeah.
Art the Clown is such like a niche.
Yeah.
Like if you're
I get
super
what you
involved
mean.
in the
In
horror,
you'll know.
Yeah, you're in the community.
Yeah, you'll know Art.
You know who Art the Clown is, but I
Yeah.
think most people aren't gonna know
The average everyday
who
person
that
isn't
guy
gonna.
is. You know what I'm saying? So that's I think Ghostface and maybe It the Clown. The reason I say maybe It the Clown because technically he was a remake of the TV film that came out with Tim Curry. So he's more of like it's kind of like calling like, you know, the modern Halloween movies is like, you know, oh, Michael Myers super iconic, but it's like, yeah, that was like built upon from the original ones. That's why I think Scream to me, Ghostface is
He's the last
iconic horror character that we've gotten.
Yeah,
and
I think so, too.
any character after that kind of doesn't follow suit. Besides, you know what I'll say? Annabelle.
Oh yeah.
I'll say Annabelle's probably one of the most
No,
iconic
she
horror
definitely
characters
is.
to come out in the most modern
Annabelle
times.
definitely is. I was gonna
sure.
say either Annabelle or Annabelle. It definitely is Annabelle. I was gonna say
Yeah.
Annabelle or the Nun, but it's definitely Annabelle.
Annabelle is for sure top of her. And
Yeah.
I actually kind of want to ask you this: who do you think is on the Mount Rushmore of horror characters?
Okay, so my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah,
of
your Mount
characters.
Rushmore. Horror.
I'll probably say, bro, if I gotta go one by one, I'll definitely say Jason Voorhees has to be
sure,
on
yeah.
there. Freddy Krueger has
Okay.
to be on there. Michael Myers has to be on there. Cause how many guys are on Mount Rushmore?
4.
5?
It's 4.
Oh, it's 4.
Yeah.
It's 4. Okay. And then for my last one, bro, I gotta throw a little curveball in there, bro. I think I'm gonna go with Jeepers Creepers.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm gonna go.
Yeah, so mostly just slasher films for us.
Pretty much
Slasher
slashers.
characters. Okay,
and
yeah, no, I feel
then
that. I
we
feel
got
that.
The Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah, I mean they're the most iconic for us. They're the most iconic. Yeah,
You gotta throw them up.
you
there,
have to. You have to. I think for me, just because I don't want to throw too much slasher guys in there,
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna go Michael Myers,
Mm-hmm.
Jason Voorhees,
Yep.
and then I think I'm gonna throw Annabelle on that list.
Really?
I think Annabelle's super iconic, especially for
No,
like
she is
more
definitely.
modern times.
Hell
Just
yeah.
to have a newer character on there.
Yeah.
I'll probably throw Annabelle.
Hell yeah.
And then for the last one,
Yeah.
I'll probably have to say the Billy the Puppet from the Saw franchise.
That's actually that is a great choice. I'm not even gonna lie.
Those
Yeah.
are my, so 2 dolls and 2 humans.
Yeah, no, I mean that's
I
actually
didn't
crazy.
think about that.
Yeah.
Yes, I would have to say probably Jason, Michael Myers, Annabelle, and Billy the Puppet from the Saw
Wow,
franchise. I think
bro.
those are that's my Mount Rushmore of horror. And obviously there's a lot of guys that should be on that list. You know, like we got Leatherface,
Yep.
Ghostface,
Yep.
you know, It the Clown. Yeah, you can even throw Art the Clown if you want. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But I think for me that kind of encapsulates a lot of more genres of horror to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You got like the gory shit with Billy the Puppet. You got supernatural shit with Annabelle. And then you got, 2 super iconic supernatural, slasher guys like Jason
Freddy.
and Michael Myers.
Oh, Michael Myers, my bad. Yeah. Nah, I feel it, bro. I'm not gonna lie, cause I mean, come on, bro. You gotta have.
You gotta have the slasher. You could damn near have a Mount Rushmore just slasher guys.
Yeah,
if you want to.
bro. I was gonna say.
If you're gonna do that for sure, you got Jason, Freddy, Ghostface, and then what?
I said Jeepers
Leatherface.
Creepers. No, I said. Oh, you're
No,
saying.
I'm saying just for slasher
yeah,
guys.
bro. I forgot even about Leatherface, to be honest.
I mean, if you're gonna do a Mount Rushmore of just slasher film characters, it's got to be Jason, Freddy, Michael Myers,
yes, bro,
and Ghostface.
Yeah, there are.
I think those are the most 4 iconic ones, for sure,
facts.
for sure.
When it comes to slashers, I'm not gonna
hell
lie.
yeah.
But I was gonna ask you another thing too, to kind of make it a little bit light, but it still is in the realm.
'Tis the season.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I wanted to ask, what are some of your favorite Halloween themed movies as well? Like, it doesn't even have to be the main focus of the movie.
Yeah.
Halloween is happening in the movie or something.
It's the vibe. It's
that vibe. It's that vibe.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, bro, it's gotta be a lot of those stop motion movies like Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yep.
Coraline.
Yep.
Paranorman.
Yeah.
I think those are some of my favorite Halloween movies I could think of off the top of my head.
You know,
those gotta be the ones.
You know, it's one that's so goated, bro. And to this day, it's always like, dude, this is a real privilege to watch around this time of year. Definitely Coraline is always one of those that you got to throw in, one of these days. You have to do it at least once in October.
You have to.
But this one is so low key, and like a lot of people know the movie, but I feel like whenever it's in the conversation of Halloween themed movies, we don't really throw it on that list as much. Monster House is so
my
goated,
god,
bro.
yes, you were right.
Monster
House is so good.
Like that's one of those
So
where
good.
it's like come on, bro. Like how do you know what I mean?
You gotta watch Monster House. That's a good Halloween movie. No, you're right.
You feel me?
Right.
Great story, good voice acting. Everything is so good about that movie, bro.
And technically, it's a Halloween movie.
Yeah.
The Batman.
Oh yeah, with Robert Pattinson.
Technically, it is a Halloween movie because it takes place on Halloween.
Yeah, he says it in the beginning of the movie. He's like, October 31st.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think another franchise that I think doesn't get talked about enough, and I grew up so much off of this. Yeah. There's 2 for me: Halloween Town.
Oh my god.
And Twitches.
Bro, I
think those are
kidding
goated
me, bro?
movies.
No, those are goated, bro. The fact of Halloween Town was my shit until they changed old girl Marty or Marnie.
I'm gonna lie.
I know.
I still enjoyed it even when
they changed the girl. It made
liked
me a little sick.
bit.
It made me a little sick.
I know. I feel that.
I low-key dropped off a little bit.
But I still liked it though.
I get what you mean. I get what you mean. Yeah. You know what's no. You know what's another goated one that is like, it's so corny, but it's such a core memory for me. Do you remember the movie My Mom's on a Date with a Vampire?
Yes, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
That was so goated.
What was that movie that was on Cartoon Network? It's like the kid with the red hoodie and he's like a vampire and shit. It's like something you know exactly what I'm talking about, bro. And there's like the werewolf in there, but they're like regular people though.
Yeah. Wait. Okay. So is it a little?
It's like My Fairy Godmother or some sort.
Oh, you're talking about my Scary Godmother.
Scary
That's
Godmother.
what it was. That is goated, bro.
crazy.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
That movie goes crazy.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about with the
love
kid.
that
I forgot his name, but he has like the devil costume.
Yes, the devil costume. That's what it was.
Yeah, that was such a core memory for me, bro.
Episode.
Yeah, you're
I
talking
love
about Scary Godmother.
I love that movie.
That is a goated movie.
This may be obscure, especially for people who watch this, probably never heard this movie.
Yeah.
I used to love watching the movie, and it does give me Halloween vibes.
Yeah.
Monster Squad.
Monster Squad.
It's the one where the little kids have they have the Monster Squad and they have to defeat like Dracula, Frankenstein, the Wolfman. I don't know if you ever seen that movie. It came out like in the 80s.
I might have watched it.
Movie.
I don't know.
If you see the movie, you know what I'm talking about. But that's a good ass Halloween movie, bro. Monster Squad. If you haven't watched that shit, I think it still holds up to this day, to be honest.
Hey, no, you know what's another good Halloween movie that is so old school, but I like it though. Speaking of like back in the day, a lot of y'all probably don't remember this, bro, but this was a goated one. Do you remember watching the Alvin and the Chipmunk movies? And it was the cartoon. It was Alvin and the Chipmunks versus the Wolfman.
No, I don't
Bro,
think
that movie is so goated. The one where Theodore turns into like a werewolf.
I don't think I've ever seen that
Bro,
one.
that was so good, bro.
That's a good one, though?
That's a
I've
good
never seen that
ass
one.
one, bro. I think
And
they got it on
Netflix or something?
no, on Disney Plus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I gotta see what's up with that.
Yeah, you
Either-
gotta check it out.
If we're talking about anime movies, damn near any Scooby-Doo movie.
Oh, all of them, bro. Cyber Attack, goated, bro.
Any of the ones with the Hex Girls,
Yeah.
the Mummy one.
Yeah.
Any of those, I think Scooby-Doo's
Always hit around.
always
this time
hit around
of year.
Halloween time.
Yeah,
for sure,
yeah. I mean, even another thing just to do it, and I try to do it at least once a year whenever Halloween comes around. I'll try to watch the Halloween themed episodes of shows that I enjoyed.
Yes.
Like sometimes I'll just go through a whole bunch of shows. And I won't even continue watching it. I'll just watch the Halloween episode. Like I'll go from like Victoria's to Halloween episode, or like I'll go to Zach and Cody's Halloween episode with like the ghost in the room and all that stuff with the painting. I'll go to that one. I'll go to like the Gravity Falls Halloween episode. I'll go to the regular show.
Time was the regular show. Regular show Halloween episodes were so
goated,
bro.
Goated.
The regular show Halloween episodes were so good. I think those might be one of the best ones.
Yeah,
besides
bro.
Gravity Falls.
Yeah, 100%.
No, that's good. Those are good ones. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, so I definitely think out of all media, if I had to pick, it would be between certain things like Coraline or Monster House, or it would have to be the Halloween themed episodes that they do. Those are always my favorites. I'm not gonna lie.
That's good. But let us know what you guys think. Happy holidays, happy Halloween to anyone that's celebrating. Stay safe out there, children. If you guys are dressing up and going out for candies, make sure y'all double check your stuff, because there were some psychos out there. You know what I mean? Let us know down below what your guys' favorite horror movie, what's your favorite Halloween movie, what's your least favorite horror movie, what's your least favorite Halloween movie, if you got someone's. Another one we did notice, Hocus Pocus is also a good ass Halloween movie. I'm surprised we didn't even throw that in there.
I know. I'm mad.
But yeah, I'm mad too. But let us know what you guys think down below. Rate our costumes.
Yeah, what do you guys
think? I think the Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy costumes are sick. Oh, another one. SpongeBob Halloween episodes are good as fuck too.
Oh yeah,
I'm surprised we didn't throw that in there.
Yeah, we should have. Yeah.
But like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Happy holidays.
Happy Halloween.